Hey everyone, Tech here. Welcome to Tech's Tavern. Grab a brew, pull up a chair, and let's do a quick look video at Din's Curse with the Demon War expansion. Now, I know some of you may be familiar with this game and be wondering, Tech, why the heck are you doing a quick look on this game? I'm partially doing it. This is a lead up to another video I'll be doing on Soldak Entertainment, who makes this game. They have another newer game that just came out that is called Drox Operative, and I've been playing some Drox Operative as well as Din's Curse. And I wanted to do a video on this game first before I did the Drox Operative, because in that video quick look I will be referring back to this game quite a bit, and so I kind of, even though I know there's other videos out there on this game, I wanted to go ahead and have my own point of reference, so to speak. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get into this game and resume it, and then I'll kind of explain what's going on with this game. What Din's Curse is, it's a game that came out back in 2010, but the Demon's War expansion came out I believe in 2012. However, what this game is, it's obviously an action RPG type game, as you can see by looking at the graphics here, and you can see my beautiful pink sword that I have. Yes, the pink sword of doom. What this game is it's a action RPG game, but it's not set on a rigid storyline type arc like, say, a Torchlight or a Diablo 3 or 2 or whatever. Actually, this game, if I had to compare it to anything, it's closer to almost to the original Diablo in regards to some of the layout. But how this game works is you're under obligation to Din, the god here, god of honor, and we're trying to gain our honor back because we were a bad dude or something. And what you're doing is you're trying to get repentance, so to speak, and you're going around saving people and getting reputation. Now, this is a town that I'm in right now. This is my level 9. I'm playing a dual class. It's a paladin weapon master, actually, which by playing a dual class, it allows me to pick 2 classes to combine, but I only get 1 tree from each of the classes, whereas if I just played a paladin, I'd have 3 different trees. So you limit yourself, but again, at the same time, you get to combine 2 things. What I did here is I picked a weapon master for a lot of my combat abilities, and then took paladin, so I would actually have like some self-heal regens and things like that. So kind of playing with something a little bit different than I normally play. But what's unique about this game, say, in comparison to, say, Torchlight 2, I'll use as an example, and Diablo 3, I guess, which are more recent games, is on this game, each time you come into the game, you're playing on a certain city. So right now I'm playing the city of Nullbrook here, and what's happening is there's always dungeons underneath the city that you're at, the town that you're at, and you will be going and doing quests for all these NPCs that are standing around. Then NPCs will change. Sometimes they'll get killed, they'll leave, things will happen. But you do quests for these NPCs by going down in the dungeon and killing certain bosses, or retrieving certain items, or freeing certain NPCs. There's all kinds of different missions that take place. And you'll continue to do this until you either win the level or you fail the level. And once you either win or fail the level, then this city is done. You'll get your reward from Din if you successfully saved the city. If you fail, you don't really get as much reward. And then you take your character and your level and all the items your character has, and you move on to a new town. And then when you go to move to the new town, you can kind of pick the difficulty again of like what level the creatures will be, and then it repeats, and then it's a whole new town with new NPCs, with totally new creatures, with totally new levels and layouts, and everything changes from town to town. And you'll even have things where if you don't stop certain things that are going on down in the dungeon, the creatures can like actually invade up into the town and kill the NPCs, and you can lose it that way. So it's a much more dynamic action RPG and more randomized action RPG than your typical, like, say, Torchlight 2 or Diablo 3, where you have a set, progression. Okay, there's Act 1, there's Act 2, there's Act 3. This is the first boss, this is the second boss, this is the third boss. Where it goes, yeah, Torchlight tries to randomize some of the maps a little bit, but it's still the same progression. Whereas Din's Curse is completely random every time on every town that you play. And I'll just show you a little bit of the gameplay right now. Okay, so made a quick edit there, but like I said, I'm sticking in town. This guy has a quest here, so we'll take a look at it. Let's see, he has a quest to find a lost water shipment and says it's on a level 9. So we will go ahead and take that quest. And if we look here, I have 2 quests. This one is like an optional one to go on level 1 for something, but we'll skip that. We'll go to level 9 and see if we can get there real quick to kind of give you an idea of some of the gameplay. We are able to port into level 9. I've been here briefly. I did not do a lot. Oh, that was pretty... that was pretty easy. I mean, that goes along, I guess, with some of the random nature of the game. And like I said, I have been in here. You can see some stuff laying on the ground. So creatures do respawn after time in certain areas, but we'll check some of these barrels here. Oh, here's a door. I don't know if I ever... And we'll bang it down with the pink sword of doom. Unknown gate. I may not want to jump through an unknown gate, because what it could do is it could put me on like level 15 or something, and... Oh, hey, here are some guys. Kind of doing like a little AoE to hit both of them. I'm mostly just a melee guy. I don't have any ranged attacks at all, so... Oh, there's some money that dropped. So anyway, like I said, you know, you go through these different missions, and you know, you can see the gameplay style. I mean, I have the graphics pretty much turned on high. I mean, yes, they're not up to the you know, the levels of, say, Diablo or Torchlight, but they're still very functional, work very well. The way I play this particular game is I just use hotkeys for all my attacks, and then, you know, use the mouse to move around. Oops, some dead bodies. See if there's any good stuff. Another thing on this game, the way it works is, and I'll show you here, a minor healing potion, we'll take that, is like identifying items like this right here. You just right click on them. You don't need any scrolls or any of that nonsense. And you can compare, see, you know, they have usual stats like different stat boosts and armor levels and different things like that. I have some kind of a help thing here. Fragile items. Some items are made of fragile materials of crystal or obsidian. These 2 materials make them unrepairable. However, these materials are used because they greatly enhance weapons and armor. Okay, so it's just kind of telling me that there's certain items that are made out of materials that you cannot fix, I guess. Which I don't know why. Why was it telling me that? Was it because of one of these? Oh, they're right there. Crystal, plus 25% armor bonus, can't be repaired. So I guess that's... My weapon's not like that, is it? I have a pretty nice weapon here. I actually got this scimitar here. Was one of my rewards that I got for saving the first town that I worked at. Another thing is, right here, is you can see there's constantly little updates happening over here telling you things that are happening in the world, like creatures are doing certain things or certain things are happening back in the town, and you have to pay attention to that because all of a sudden the creatures could be invading the town and you have to go back and actually help them. So you have to pay attention to some of that stuff. Okay, so we completed that one. Oh, and there we go. We saved the town. So I did enough to save the town on this particular level. So it's telling me, you know, I'm done with this town. Click on the blinking icon in the upper right. Make sure to open your reward chest first, though. So here I have a medium reward chest. We'll open it up and see what we got. And you can see all kinds of stuff. We didn't get any, like, rares or anything, it doesn't look like. I can pick a couple of these. What are I'm most interested in? The buckler, probably. The leather vest. The chain belt. Those are the ones I'm the most interested in. Let's see if any of them look good. Now see, this one belt that I'm using on the left there, you can see the reason I'm using it. It only has 1 armor, but it gives +4 in like every stat, which is pretty good actually. So yeah, even though that's 7 armor, I'm not going to give up all those stat bonuses. Leather vest. Yeah, not really. So, but you can see it works real nice where you can. Okay, now that shield actually does look better. You can see even though I'm done here, there's still quests going on in the city, so I could still stay here and continue to do stuff, or just move on to the next one. This is a lot more defense. I think I'm going to switch shields to that one. And then, of course, the way the selling stuff works, I can go to the vendor here. And we can just, the stuff that I don't want, you just kind of hit space bar and sell all this stuff. That's a lot of, find extra money there, 33%. Might hold on to that and just wear it for farming, so to speak. But anyway, I think that gives you a pretty good idea. And that's a bag, but I can't use it to level 12. Look at a bag with level requirements, right? And that's a two-handed mace that only does 6 damage. So we don't need to keep that. We don't need that. We'll keep these gloves for now. So anyway, that kind of gives you an idea of Din's Curse. Now, what I'll show you actually is, and I'll go ahead and let me go ahead and just pick these other ones up because I can sell them. Then what you do is when you're all done with a certain town, so we're done with Nullbrook here, we saved him and all that kind, we saved this town. So we can click this icon, we can
Peace
leave.
once again reigns because of your mighty influence. I am pleased.
Tells me my biggest accomplishment was killing Sticky Hands. Yeah, I know that doesn't sound very good. Most impressive killed was a Desert Saurian Mage, I guess. And I solved 18 quests. 10 were failed, and some of those were probably ones, a few of them were ones right there at the end that I failed because I just left. And then one obsoleted, I guess, because I didn't solve it in time, I guess, or something. And no NPCs died, so I didn't let anybody die. So then you come back to here, and this is something you'll see similar when I do a quick look on Drox Operative also. It works kind of the same way, but Drox Operative has a bit more settings, I believe. But it's shown here is that my current level is right here, and then you pick the level you want the monsters to be based on how much of a challenge you want. So I think I'm level, like, what was I, 10 I think? So I'm gonna set it a little closer to my level actually. I'm gonna set it to 8. I think I was 10. And that's one thing I wish it would show here. Does it show? This is how powerful your character is. It's almost like pointing at 9. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just leave it on 8 right there. I think that's probably pretty good. And then you can pick pace of how fast everything goes. The world size, you can pick small. Usually means the dungeon's only about like 6 to 7 levels. Normal, like you saw, was maybe like, what, 15? And then large gets really crazy. And then the NPC pacing, that just is how often they are doing stuff, putting quests up. And then you can pick some other settings here, which monsters are more powerful, but there's less of them. Low stress. This town will have some of the more stressful quests like town attacks, so if you just want an easy game. And so each town you configure differently. And so then I go ahead and I create the new world. And here I am, and I'm in Antban. So I'm in a brand new town with new quests and ready to start all over again. And this time we have the Vicious Chambers, it looks like. We can go around and look at some of the quests real quickly. Or nope, actually, I clicked the wrong thing. Quests. So he has a quest to get Cave Racer Snake Skins on level 3. So I'll take that, and then we go over here. And so you kind of get the general idea. And look, she's got a bunch of quests for level 3 and level 5. Kill some named guys. We'll go ahead and accept those. Let's see if this guy has anything for level 3 too. He's got some level 1 stuff, so we'll go ahead and take the level 1s and the level 3. Okay, and so then that gives us, I think that pretty much fills the log up. I don't think I can take any more than that. I'm not sure. But anyway, we got a couple for 1 and a whole bunch for 3, and then you're off and running again. So anyway, that is Din's Curse, and again, I wanted to do this video prior to doing one on Drox Operative by the same game makers. It's a cool game. I like this game, actually. I like how it's just your focus on saving one town at a time and, you know, doing all the quests, doing things, fighting different monsters, bosses, drops, all that kind of stuff. And then you're done. And then that capsule is done and you move on to the next challenge. And you can adjust it if you want a little more of a challenge or a little less or whatever the case may be. So anyway, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.